should we be doing the tafakkur?
Every day. How often should we be doing tafakkur? InshaAllah, every day and as much as possible, that we practice and train ourselves at least every day, few minutes after each prayer, connecting our heart, seeing ourselves at the Kaaba, seeing ourselves in Madinatul Munawwara and asking our hearts and to be connected, to be dressed by the lights and the blessings. And then once we begin to develop that connection, then to do that at every moment. As soon as we want to pray, we make our connection, ask for our madad, our support, and ask for the presence of awliyaullah that take us to the presence of the companions, presence of Ahlul Bayt, taking us to the presence of Sayyidina Muhammad, and that leads us to the Divinely Presence. So to always pray, always do our zikr in the madad, and it comes to the understanding of the ocean of nothingness, that I don't want to pray myself, I don't want to do the zikr of my zikr, I don't want to do the actions of myself. I took a path in which to be nothing. So when training to negate ourselves to be nothing and nothing, then everything that we're doing we quickly go into that ocean of nothingness, that I'm nothing and I'm a weak servant, an ignorant servant. Ya Rabbi, and dress me from the dress of my shaykhs, and then from their dress all the way up the chain to the presence of the holy companions, the presence of Ahlul Bayt, and to the holy presence of Sayyidina Muhammad. So the more that we can keep that, the more powerful every action will be, and that has to be the key to understanding. When people are not getting that and they think that they're going to achieve something on their own or through themselves, that becomes a difficulty because nothing of any reality opens. Because the only treasure is Sayyidina Muhammad. The only reality is the reality that is deposited within the heart of Sayyidina Muhammad. And I don't have a treasure, I don't have a reality. So if I want to reach to that reality, I have to take a path of nothingness. And so that's in every aspect, in every reality that is trying to be reached. So we want to reach to the reality of salah. It's not that I'm going to pray and the prayer is going to be directed deeper and deeper into the Divine reality, but to achieve a state of nothingness in which I pray within the heart of Sayyidina Muhammad, and Prophet is praying to Allah. And that becomes the reality of La ilaha illallah Muhammadun Rasulullah. So those are the oceans that we're trying to achieve, the ocean in which to take myself out of the formula to witness this Divine reality and Divine grace that Allah is sending upon the soul and the reality of Prophet inshaAllah. And that's in everything that we do, in our zikr, our prayers, our meditation. And I don't think people quite get it, because the questions that come in about do this or do that, but when we really think about is that am I vanishing? Am I taking a path of being nothing? I'm asking for the light to come. So without the light of the shaykh and the madad of the support of the shaykhs, then how am I going to achieve any of that reality? So it's not about me achieving something, but the greatest achievement is my ocean into nothingness, in which to annihilate myself and ask for the support and the light that the shaykh is reflecting, and then from that light through the lights of the awliya, lights of the shaykhs, all the way to the light and into the presence of the holy companions, Ahlul Bayt, and the presence of Sayyidina Muhammad. That once it's really understood, the depth of it is really understood, then everything is possible, everything is achievable. Every barakah and blessing is reflecting. If not, then the servant thinks that they have to achieve something, and that, oh, this way is too hard and I'm never going to achieve. No, we only have to polish. So all we have to do is clean to the zikr that they gave us and keep cleaning by saying, I'm nothing, I'm nothing. And as soon as we sit to do our tafakkur, then that reality begins to dress us and bless us like a satellite. It's said that when we look at the moon and now the nights of the full moon, those were all the teachings, that the moon is our guide, and the moon is a symbol of the guidance of awliyaullah. And the moon is teaching us that don't ever lose your coordinates, that your life is to follow the light of Sayyidina Muhammad. And the only way that you can be of benefit to people is if you are bombarded and emptied. For if the moon ever pretends to be a light and send an artificial light, it loses all of its blessings. So when you stare at the full moon and the immensity of the light that it's reflecting, that is the sunlight, and that's the majestic lights of the sun that nobody can look into. By looking at the moon you're reflecting, taking the reflection of that light, and a very holy light, a holy reality, the lights of eternity, and that's the symbol of the guidance. Our salawats and all these naats that we're reciting of the full moons and qamarun. So everything Allah has given to us. So whatever the shaykhs are teaching, do you see it in the horizon? If you do, then Allah has already provided for the daleel. So Allah said, this is how I created my creation, why you don't follow the same symbol? The moon follows the sun, it doesn't go left, doesn't go right, it takes the course of the sun. And the moon has nothing. The moon is not beautiful like the earth with mountains and oceans and birds and creatures. The moon has been bombarded and has just holes and craters, that it took such a beating and such a difficult existence, that moon, that all it has is just the signs of its difficulty. So with